Hello everyone, thank you for joining us wherever you are. I'm Gulo from Jadi PNS. Now we are with Kisubi Denis, co-founder of Give Hope Uganda and member of Civicus, World Alliance for Citizen Participation from Kampala, Uganda. Hello Kisubi, how are you?
I'm fine, Gulo. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Kisubi, for joining us, and we are really excited to have you here.
My pleasure to be here today also. And thank you for inviting me today.
Yes, sure, Kisubi. And what are you doing right now, Kisubi, in Uganda?
Organizations and partnering with them to see that we can strive also to support as change makers at the grassroots level.
All right. And how does to be a youth look like in Uganda?
Absolutely, it's a bit challenging. It's survival for the fittest, as you know, but young people are categorized, classified as poor people in the community. But as you know, this group of young people, sometimes they are not supported by the government, and they are like on their own, what I can say. And being a young people in Uganda, it's like not recognized as government, as it's in its activities, because we realize that people.
All right. And how do the young people in Uganda face those most challenging issues that you mentioned before?
Yeah, it's a good question. The challenges which are facing young people in Uganda are very many. Like any other country, as you can say, even unemployment also is still facing young people within the country. And this has been caused by poverty, despite despite the gains made Africa and Uganda still suffer from high levels of ignorance and poverty. When you see even the climate change has hindered a lot when it comes on young people, because they are no longer able to own even land. They are not able to access financial credits for their development in the country. This has lagged them behind. And when you see even there's a challenge of HIV, AIDS, which is and secondly, lastly, I can talk about the discrimination among young people when it comes on exercising the freedom of their rights when it comes on elections. Because this one we have realized it in the previous elections, where young people were not being excused to exercise their freedom of expression when it comes on voting. So this has been also to young people, so they are blocked not to practice their freedom of human rights when it comes on voting.
Thank you, Kisubi. And then you founded Give Hope Uganda. What is it? When and how did you start it?
Absolutely, Give Hope Uganda is a dynamic youth-led organization working in Uganda, particularly supporting young people in different areas, especially in education and health management. When we talk about health management, we talk about health and health and well-being of young people within the communities. This came into existence in 2016 when we realized that we rallied with a young volunteer team, and we started a group at the community level. Later in 2017, we realized that we had to legalize our organization so that we can keep on amplifying and serving communities. And we registered the organization. And the overall goal of this organization was to empower young people who are very vulnerable and marginalized, with the emphasis of letting them know the quality of their lives and equity and dignity and opportunities so that they can realize their full potential. That's what we are looking for, and support them at the center. And we see that we can gain them and they achieve more opportunities at the community level as well as at the global level.
Wow. Wow. And then how do you run the programs in Give Hope Uganda from the team and the operational cost?
Absolutely, this is a good question, what you have asked. And like any other organization, our programming are based on the strategic values, as you know, but it has been a challenging moment, and sometimes they are not trusted, because when you see young people, sometimes they are dominated by the big organizations, and they try not to understand and trust these young people. But how we running the organization is high challenging, and we are trying to see that we support ourselves through volunteerism, and this is being done through high performance philosophy, what we are trying to deliver, and to see that we impact the community, and at the same time we do it when we are planning the community, when we are organizing the community organizations within the community, and even at the global level, to see that we can keep on supporting young people so that they can thrive in their daily lives.
Wow. And then what impacts have you and your team had so far in Give Hope Uganda?
Absolutely, the impact has been tremendous. We see so far, before we began, since 2016, we have registered some achievements, because we have managed to partner and collaborate with local organizations and international organizations. This has been our achievement. Secondly, in 2021, we managed to be awarded by Ministry of Education and Sports as menstruation health champions in Uganda, and we try to impact over 2,000 students with knowledge of changing their mindset, and we have trained over 50 youth in empowerment activities and volunteerism development mindset, and we have tried to support over 50 vulnerable girls with 50 kits of reusable sanitary at these issues of period poverty, and we are trying to see that we can source these reusable sanitary pads so that they can be supported at the community level as well.
What an amazing work that you and your team had done in Give Hope Uganda, Kisubi.
Yes, it's a pleasure, and we're still continuing.
Yes, keep going. And then in 2018, you led Speak campaigns. What was it and what did you advocate?
2018 Speak campaign. So for Speak campaign was an initiative of Civicus World Alliance, and this alliance brings all members of Sub-Sahara and the global continent. The aim of the alliance was to seek to bring together people and communities across the line of division to help build connection and understanding. Specifically, as Give Hope Uganda, we empowered almost 100 young girls from 3 community primary schools to discuss the stigma and discrimination in Uganda regarding menstruation health management and bridge the gap of silence between the girls and their parents. We did this through advocating for quality education, first of all, good health and well-being of young people within our community levels. we realize that it's no longer enough to speak to those who are already agree with us. If we want change, we need to speak to those who don't agree with us. That was our slogan when we did this campaign. And we realized that it's important to advocate for quality education and good health and well-being of young people within our communities, as well as for the global continent.
All right, thank you, Kisubi. And what is your message for young people globally?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can start with a quote of Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan said, in a society that does not succeed in tapping into the energy and the creativity of its youth will be left behind. What does this mean? It means that young people have the energy to change the patterns of the inclusion and challenges of injustice, and should be at the forefront of the global change and innovation so that they can support themselves. That's the message which I can give young people globally. We are the energy, we are creative, we have ideas. Let us change the injustices within our communities at the global level.
That's a great message, Kisubi. And last but not the least, what is Kisubi's hope for a better world?
That's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question, Gulo. What I realize here, I see my message, my hope is on creating a better world that requires teamwork and partnership. Because I realize that when we come together, and as a team, we can build a stronger team for better world to live in. That's my which I have, because I realize that when we come as a team and we build ourselves in partnerships and collaborations, I realize that we can achieve much more.
All right, that's amazing and inspiring hope. And again, thank you so much, Kisubi, for your inspiring story.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And since it has been the first
Hello, Kisubi. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Would you like to repeat again after I clap my hands? Would you like to repeat it again, please?
Sorry?
Would you like to repeat it again? Like after I clap my hands and then you say, and then the internet is broke. So
Absolutely.
please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kisubi, for your inspiring story.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure to invite me.
And thank you everyone for joining us. Let's collaborate to make this world into a better place. I am Gulo from Jadi PNS. Thank you and see you again.